Hi everyone, this is Marie Below Angel, and I am back with Intertwine Another Life. I kept calling it Another Story the last time because for some reason I read it that way, I don't remember, but I went to the game page and it says Intertwine Another Life, which makes a lot more sense. Anyways, this time we are met with a couple of questions. What about reincarnation? That's something you think is real? Sure, why not? Huh, interesting. What do I think? To be honest, it's not really something I cared about until recently. But lately, I've been thinking. I hope it is. Dun, dun. Will you follow the string into the next life? Okay. Love that music, but the way I have my recording set up, it's a little wonky, so we're gonna turn that down a little. Anyways, I think I've mentioned, but I really like that this is like the way you kind of jump into the next part. Very smart. Also, not, I think I remember playing it the first time and I was like, huh? I'm confused, but it's more apparent right now. So let's just jump in. Like that? I. Yeah, that. That was it. It's so simple, but I can't believe I had never thought to tie them together, especially with this feeling that I was being pulled to create this. Thank you, Marie. Without you, I barely did anything. I was just thinking out loud. Still, you helped me complete it. I've been chasing this idea for years, and after one day with you, I'm starting to think fate sent you to be my muse. Oh no, not the cheesy artist pickup line, rather. It's a no go, huh? I'm so worried that the music's too loud. Okay. Try again. I'll save myself the embarrassment. But thank you. Honestly, that dream again. His velvet voice, the soft warmth in his eyes, that gentle touch. This mysterious stranger sometimes visited me in my dreams. Our interactions were so vivid. It was like they actually happened. Every time I was left with this desire to reach out to him, to grab hold of him and never let go, afraid I'd never see him again if I didn't. But every time I tried, I was only met with a dissipating haze. Like a beautiful curse, I was destined to relive over and over. I burrowed my face into my pillow, as if that would rub away the melancholy settling over me, and tried to fall back asleep. But the lingering effects of the dream made it impossible. What time is it? With heavy, sleep-deprived eyelids, I blinked groggily at my clock. 1:11 a.m. Make a wish. Or, angel numbers and all that. I shook my head and groaned, hiding away once again under my blanket. Hopefully, I'm not too tired at work tomorrow. As I closed my eyes, I sighed. Would my dream stranger visit me again when I fell asleep? I think it is interesting. I don't know how the rest of the I don't know if this is new content or not. I can't actually remember. But I think it's interesting sometimes because I feel like I do have, not very often, whenever I do have dreams, or like, I guess they are dreams, the scenarios that happen. If I play out like a certain like situation or scenario, and then I, wake myself up in the middle of the night for whatever reason, and then I'm able to fall back asleep, sometimes the scenario still happens. Like it will continue, which is interesting. I always wonder why, because my dreams are a bit like the types of dreams that I particularly have, like that continuation is not the most like, oh, I was so thinking about whatever I was dreaming. Um, anyways, I wanted to share that because I don't know if anyone else I'm sure it happens to other people where you have like a continuation of your dream, like in that same night, effectively. But this made me think of that. Did I have the heart to let him sweep me away just for him to vanish as soon as the morning sun came? Why can't he be real? True that. Mm-hmm. We're at work. Goodness, our boss. Please give him a warm welcome to the team. Out of all the candidates, he was the best by a mile. I'm trusting you to show him the ropes. Okay, what was his name again? Van. Dun-dun. The tickle of someone else's fingertips brushing against mine. Got it. I'll check in with you later. I have a good feeling about the two of you. Oh, do you? A new guy, huh? Well, let's see what he's made of. Hope he's as good as everyone's making him out to be. Oh, knock knock. Come in. Hey, you Marie? Ugh. Every time these happen, I'm always just like, dun-dun-dun. That voice from the dream. I jerked towards the door. I'd recognize that voice anywhere, but never would I have imagined to hear it outside of my dreams. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I shouldn't be missing. I'm pretty sure I can't hear the, Okay, we're gonna do that. I was just adjusting. Honestly, I don't even know. I mean, again, I don't know. I would have just been like, it's in my dreams. It's fine. Now, it's been realized. Red string. I forgot what the first one was, but it's fine. There's one from the first part. Wait, don't take him away. Marie. Van. His hand was yanked from mine, and the comforting warmth of his hold was replaced by a lonely chill. I rushed to the guards, desperate to keep him by my side, but they shoved me away and I fell to the rough, cold prison floor. No! The jagged stone ground scraped against me as I ran to the guards again. I can't be too loud and shouting again. I keep recording at night, and this requires a lot more emotional intensity and also actual intensity with loudness, so. But I was too slow, and the cell door clanged shut. I pulled on the iron bars, willing them to open, but like the guards, they held no response to my cries. With no other choice, I watched my love get dragged away. Van! He yelled something back, but our growing distance muddled his words. As the silhouette faded into the shadows, a piece of me was stolen with him. Ugh. Again, we have the same dream. Or a different dream. Different part of the dream. At least in this lifetime. Sweat clung to my shirt. Air entered my lungs in short bursts. My chest ached with emptiness. The feeling of loss lingered in my body. What? As I slowly came to, my breathing steadied, and my heart rate slowed. I fell back against my pillow. Oh, that dream again. Why is it always about him of all people? I am assuming, okay. Okay, so in this lifetime we know who he is because we've met him at work. I tried to fall asleep to no avail. Memories of the dream tugged at me until morning. Why do you look worse than usual today? Thanks for noticing. Great, just what I needed. Waiting by my office door was Van himself, as if he knew that was exactly what would worsen my mood. Literally shove it, Van. Oh my goodness. Literally shove it, Van. Wow, more aggravating too. Impressive. For your information, this is your fault. My fault? Yes, because evidently it's not enough for you to make my life miserable here. You have to haunt me in my sleep too. You dreamt about me? It was a nightmare. Don't flatter yourself. So if you hate me a little more than so if you hate me a little more than usual today, you only have yourself to blame. It's not my fault you think about me so much that you dream about me. Just shut up. I'm not in the mood today. Vaughn only whistled before disappearing into his office, which somehow annoyed me even more than if he had said anything. Why was he just outside of your office? Was he just passing by, getting coffee? Also going to his office? Whatever. I entered my own office and started sorting through the mountain of emails awaiting me. But after our conversation, I only felt more hung up on last night's dream. Why am I still thinking about that? I mean, it was such a big dream. Intense dream, rather. Bzz, bzz. Who is texting me? Hey. What do you want? The proposal we have coming up. Did you make those edits yet? I'll get to it. Chill out. You sure? Your calendar says otherwise. Don't snoop around my calendar. How many times have I told you not to do that? I wouldn't do it if you didn't book it up like an idiot. I know how to do my job, Bun. Get off my back. Jesus, you still crabby from your dream or what? Nightmare. And you're just being annoying. I don't need you to micromanage me. I'm not microma. Know what? Never mind. Not even worth it. Just do it. I don't want to have to keep waiting on you. My phone finally went silent, and I took a deep breath to regain my composure. There he goes again, harping me on like usual. What is his problem? Does he not ever have a stick up his... Okay, breathe. Don't let him get you worked up again. I remember the day we first met, when I thought I had literally met the man of my dreams. And you were like, wow, that personality. What a joke. I thought he would be sweet, charming, but this Vaughn was aggravating, grumpy, a hard ass. The list went on. But our boss said we made a good team. And no matter how much Vaughn and I disagreed with that, here we were, 2 years later, still working on our projects together. Wow, 2 years. So you're trying to be like, wow. Okay, so that puts into context. Okay, so it's definitely his personality. That our character's not envisioning was like, yeah, I'm like my soulmate or the man of my dreams, etc. Because the man of my dreams wouldn't behave that way, etc. But like, if 2 years later you're still having these dreams, I mean, I guess that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm having like the same thoughts the first time I played through this story, but what happens when I mean, in this universe, in this story, that these two are fated for each other. They're connected by a red string of fate. Is it possible? I mean, like, I would think it is possible not to get together because of like, you're like, oh my gosh, like, our personalities clash and we are into different things and we just honestly don't get along except for at work. So like, obviously, why would Marie not go for someone else, etc. And why wouldn't Vaughn do something like go for someone else as well? So I'm interested in like that aspect of like not ending up together, in comparison to something like, I mean, we'll see when we get to it maybe. But like in this case that I've described, what happens? I guess like, you just live your lives out and you go into the next and see what happens next. But I think that's very interesting, this general premise, giving very enemies to lovers here. That client proposal is due at the end of this week, and as much as I hated to admit it, Vaughn was waiting on me to finish the remaining pieces. But with everything else on my plate, I hadn't gotten a chance to get to it. And last night's nightmare wasn't doing any favors for my productivity. I hate when I get those nightmares. The fact I dreamt so desperately about Vaughn in them was bad enough, but the day after... How am I supposed to act around him, especially with this gnawing feeling, this unease that ate away at me, as if something was going to go wrong and there was nothing I could do to stop it.
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of shocked that our character lasted this long, like 2 years. I feel like if I was more like personally, like it was me, I would probably, well, I don't know, like I would at least entertain the idea of like something. Even I'd be curious to like explore and maybe bring it up to Bun, or just be like, hey, not even bring up the whole dream thing. Just be like, let's potentially see how this might work if our character was to like romantically pursue him, etc. Because then if something happened, I don't know, like even if well, one, if something good happened, then like cool, great, we love that. But then if something it didn't work out, or you guys really clashed, then maybe I don't know if it would stop the dreams, but like maybe it would provide a like stronger imaginary barrier, so that when you did have the dream, maybe you didn't feel so strongly, or maybe you still would, but like maybe it would go away with more time. That's my idea, but I don't know.
Maybe I should ask him to help. No. He never let me live it down. I can do it. I just need to rearrange my schedule. Click, click, clack. Vaughn didn't message me for the rest of the day. While I was able to make some progress on the client proposal, it wasn't finished like I had hoped. You have got to be kidding me. It's raining. As if this excruciating day couldn't get any worse, it was now pouring rain. And I didn't bring my umbrella.
Okay, so that hasn't changed from the last time.
I can't believe this. Of all the godforsaken things that could happen, this is just.
Talking to yourself now? You finally lose it?
Van was smirking at me with the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. I scowled at his less than appreciated appearance. You have eyes. Do you see my umbrella? I'm sure even you can figure out why I'm mad.
Dream me didn't remind you to bring it this morning?
No, Nightmare You was busy tormenting me. Surprisingly, he didn't respond. Instead, he tilted his head as if contemplating something. What, no scathing remark about how dumb I am for forgetting my umbrella?
Too easy.
Then what? Don't tell me you have an extra poncho lying around.
Oh, reference from the last life.
Of course not. Jeez, you're unbearable today. The rain isn't supposed to let up at all tonight.
Bruh.
Great. Thanks for this amazing news. I really appreciate it. In that case, pray I don't get sick and ditch you on that big project coming up. Bun stared at me with some mixture of pity, disgust, and frustration. Don't look at me like...
Here, get under.
Vaughn held his umbrella out, and I blinked. Dumbfounded. Surely I heard him wrong?
Don't make me repeat myself.
You guys are so funny. It's so crazy.
You let me walk with you.
Did I stutter? Listen, the only thing dumber than someone who forgot their umbrella before a huge thunderstorm is someone who gave themselves more work to do because they let that idiot get sick.
That's true, but okay.
I did not want to get under his umbrella. So bad.
So bad. So badly? Question mark? That we didn't want to get under the umbrella? That's fair.
But I wanted to walk through the storm without one even less. Fine. Don't make this weird.
Right back at you.
Oh, close up. Hello. Don't mind me. Marie, you're a different person than I am, so I'm just observing.
He lifted his umbrella over both of us. There wasn't much room underneath, but it was better than the alternative. So pretty. So handsome. Oh my gosh. I awkwardly shuffled next to him, the closest we had ever been since we known each other. He smelled annoyingly good, like warm, earthy pine.
That didn't change.
You good?
Well, I guess we'll find out when we start walking, won't we? He made a point to roll his eyes before we ventured into the rain. Water immediately soaked through my sleeve, and I shifted closer to Vun.
And he's blushing.
He seemed to stiffen, but aside from that, absent was the snarky response I would have expected from him. He's not bad to be around when he shuts himself up. The storm's winds picked up, pelting even heavier raindrops against me. Eek! My sight is getting soaked. I glanced at his umbrella. He was holding it straight up, but the wind was blowing the rain at an angle. He needs to hold the umbrella this way to block more of the rain. I think if you just...
What?
You need to... why does it feel so awkward to talk to him right now? Is it because he's being weirdly nice? You...
What are you saying right now?
Let me show you. I grabbed his wrist and angled it against the direction of the wind.
Ugh. Blush, blush.
There? See? Whoa! His grasp on the handle faltered, and we both fumbled and failed to grip the umbrella tighter. It clattered to the ground, exposing us to the torrent of rain.
Idiot.
Me? You're the one who dropped it. He grabbed the umbrella and then my hand, and we bolted for a nearby awning. Drenched and panting, we caught our breaths as we took a momentary reprieve from the storm.
Nice going.
How was I supposed to know you have butterfingers?
You make it a habit to grab anyone you know?
Also, we've known each other for 2 years. We're okay. This is not just a stranger.
It would have been faster for me to show you. You weren't holding the umbrella right. He shot me a piercing glare before turning back to the rain.
Whatever. My place is just one train stop away. If you need to drive there, you can.
I live further than one stop. Sitting for that long in these soaked clothes. Yeah, fine. I won't take long. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He held the umbrella out. I walked towards it before he pulled away, eyeing me warily.
No more sudden moves from you, though.
Then hold it right this time.
Oh my god.
I returned to his side to that faint smell of pine, and together we hurried to Bun's place.
Bathroom's on the left. I'll get you a towel. You can dry your clothes in the dryer. I have something you can wear in the meantime.
Thanks. In all the time we'd known each other, I'd never been to his place. He kept it surprisingly clean. I waited awkwardly at the doorway as Vun retrieved my towel and spare clothes. Today has been interesting. Vun being nice to me was a development I wouldn't have expected even if hell froze over. And for it to happen after my nightmare last night, all of it was too unbelievable to wrap my head around. I'll just shower, and as soon as my clothes are done drying, I'll head out.
Here, this should fit.
Vun returned with a fluffy towel, a clean shirt, and some baggy shorts.
But let me know if you need anything else. Dryer's in the closet connected to the bathroom, so just throw your stuff in there.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. I cringed at my meek response and hurried to the bathroom. It's weird not being mean to him.
That's your default. I mean, 2 years is 2 years of habit, you know?
I pulled my clinging wet clothes from my body and turned on the shower. The warm steam was a welcome relief after the cold rain. As I stepped into the shower, I sighed and let my worries melt under the hot water. Inevitably, my thoughts returned to last night's nightmare. I was so heartbroken when Vun was taken away. Even now, I could remember the way my chest ached for him, and the way I had grown flustered walking by his side today. Oh, no. We are not going to think about that right now.
Me sometimes. I think about something.
I turned off the water. The heat was obviously getting to my head. Obviously. As I put his clothes on, the smell of pine surrounded me again. Damn, he's annoying. Why does he smell so good? Fresh from my shower, I stepped into Vun's living room, but he was nowhere to be found. Vun?
In here. You want anything to drink?
He brought out a bottle of beer for himself. I'll have...
I want a beer.
I didn't know you drank.
Well, if I'm gonna be stuck with you for the next hour or so.
and here I thought we were finally starting to tolerate each other.
Think again.
I rolled my eyes, though I hated to admit I felt more comfortable with our usual banter.
I can see why maybe my suggestion of exploring a romantic interest or romantic pursuit in this case maybe would not have worked. Unless you straight up told him, it's like, hey, look, I just need to get this off my chest type of thing.
You hungry?
And also, I would also think that in this case, I would think that I would have gotten it over, like, the dreams. Maybe they wouldn't have happened, or maybe I would get over the feelings sooner. Also, did you know it was, like, there was a dream? You didn't know it was fun. So, like, once you met him, you knew? I wonder if, like, we knew immediately that this was the man in the dream. I mean, I guess because we had the initial dream and then Bun came in and it was like, wow, the voice. Yeah, okay, we knew. Okay, never mind.
He turned to start dinner, but not without giving me a good glimpse of his smirk first. Great timing, stomach. But whatever he was making did smell good. While I wouldn't say it aloud, I was grateful for the food. Eventually, our meal was ready and he served each of us a plate, including a side of his specialty, a shit-eating grin.
Well, eat up.
If you're going to be annoying about it, maybe I won't. He rolled his eyes, pushing my plate closer to me.
I was kidding. Lighten up. Make sure you eat. If you get sick before the big presentation, I'm gonna hunt you down and bring you into the office, nose running and all.
I scoffed, but obliged as I dug in. He's actually a pretty good cook. We ate in uncomfortable silence until Vun spoke again.
Hey, that dream you said you had about me,
Nightmare?
what was it about?
You're curious, huh? What? Why do you care?
I don't know, I was just wondering.
Uh-huh. So you can torment me over it?
No, that's not what I... Fuck. Why do you always have to make things so difficult?
Me? When have you ever given me a reason to make things easy for you?
Just answer the question, damn.
In my nightmare? What am I supposed to say? It was a nightmare because I lost him? That makes me sound like I'm in love with him. He'd hold that over me for ages, as long as I live. It's embarrassing. Why do I have to tell you?
Because I asked?
We don't need to tell you. I mean, maybe this is the thing that, I mean, you know, we need to address the elephant in the room. Even though this man was not seeing the elephant before we mentioned the nightmare.
What kind of reason is that?
What's the big deal? Just tell me.
Easy for you to say. You can just listen and then make fun of me.
I won't make fun of you.
Are you sure? Why should I believe you?
Because I said so.
Yeah, right. Why do you want to know so bad?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Ugh. You do if you want to know what my nightmare was about. Shh. He clenched his jaw. When I refused to answer, he scoffed and rolled his eyes.
I'll tell you. After you tell me about your nightmare. Promise?
His interest was suspicious, too high to be due to his usual jackassery. I decided to tell him out of pure curiosity. Fine. All right. In my nightmare, I was in some old prison cell, like those musty stone ones from cheesy historical period films. And you were being taken away from me by these guards. I don't know why. Not the eyebrow movement. I kept trying to stop them, but it was useless. When I woke up, it was like the dream had actually happened. My chest hurt. I felt like I had lost someone important to me. I grew quiet, remembering the heartache, before realizing Vun was still listening to my story. It was a lot scarier than I'm making it sound right now. Like, I got all scraped up from the stone, and there was this loud clanging, and it was cold. You know what? Never mind. It sounds stupid now that I say it out loud. It was just bothering me all day since the dream felt so real. And it was about you, of all people. So, there you have it. My cheeks burned at having to share such an embarrassingly intimate dream with him. And his silence was not helping. He's probably trying to decide which of his many annoying comebacks to make right now.
Have you ever heard about the red string of fate?
Something thought-provoking to contribute?
Huh?
Yes?
The idea that soulmates are bound by a red string, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, what about it?
Nothing?
Fun. Nothing? Does it have to do with my nightmare? You think we're soulmates or something?
No?
Not the blushing.
As if you would be my soulmate.
Are you sure?
Are you saying you believe in soulmates?
Don't be ridiculous.
You're acting weird. Like weirder than usual. Are you drunk?
Ugh, please.
It was one can.
Well, you still didn't tell me why you wanted to know about my nightmare. Is it connected to this red string thing, or...
I don't want to tell you.
Oh? What? I had to tell you about my nightmare.
You're gonna be an ass about it.
No, I won't. Promise.
Duh, fine. That dream you had about me?
Nightmare?
Shut up. I saw something similar when you wrestled me today.
Wrestled? When? With the umbrella?
Huh? What do you mean you saw something? Are you making fun of me?
When I touch someone for the first time, I get these visions, like deja vu, but stronger.
So that you're telling me after 2 years is the first time you guys actually touched like that? Like just a little whoosh? I mean, maybe he's pretty like cautious about it because he gets those types of visions. But like no accidental brush of the hand? Of the hands rather? 2 years? Wow, you were doing good.
It doesn't happen a lot. It's not like I meet people from my past lives often, but it does. And I know it sounds crazy, so don't even bother saying anything right now or you will piss me off, I swear to God. But that dream you had about me? I saw the same thing when you manhandled me earlier, and just like you, I've never experienced anything that strong before.
Manhandle? Okay.
What?
The vision was so clear, and afterwards I felt... Anyways, I remembered the red thread, and I thought,
Felt what?
what if, in another life, we were separated and... 2 years ago, we finally found each other again. I mean, it's stupid. You're right. Just forget I said anything.
I literally didn't say anything, Vaughn.
I didn't say it was stupid.
So you think we're soulmates?
I definitely didn't say that. But I do think it's weird we both saw the same thing. Okay, let's just... Hypothetically, if we rolled with this idea, just for a second, you're saying in a past life we were together, but we got separated for some reason. And after all these years, we found each other again, because we are soulmates tied together by the red string of fate. That's why I had that dream, and you had that vision.
I think it'd be so interesting if we got to see the life where that happened, the present thing. That would be so terrible. But I kind of am curious about it, you know? But, you know, I also like the lives that we see where they get together.
When you say it like that, it sounds corny.
That's how you said it. You know, if you want me to be your soulmate, you are not selling it well.
I don't want you to be my soulmate. I didn't even believe in them or think about them until now. Never mind. This was dumb. I shouldn't have even brought you up. We're probably just tired from work. And we spent so much goddamn time together. Now we're getting the same weird stress dream.
I mean, not the weird stress dreams.
Just forget it.
No.
I wanted to forget. No, he didn't know how badly I wanted to. But I couldn't. The dreams, this invisible connection to him, it pulled at me. Ah,
Ugh.
What now?
I have synesthesia. When I hear people's names, I get this physical sensation. Sometimes it's really subtle, like sinking into a pillow after a long day. Other times it's a bit stronger. When you first told me your name, it felt like that short moment after you've held someone's hand, where you can still feel the warmth of their palm on of their hand on your palm. Or like when someone's hand has been ripped from yours in a prison cell.
Now you're making shit up.
No, I'm not making it up.
If you want to be my soulmate so bad, just ask me out like a normal person.
You're the one who brought up the idea of soulmates first. Von tapped his finger against the table, something he did when he was deep in thought.
You're being serious right now? About the name thing?
Mm-hmm. Did I stutter?
Damn. This is so fucking weird.
It is. But I love
When do
it.
coincidences become fate?
Exactly. When do coincidences become fate? Big question. Big theme.
I was starting to feel tired from all these revelations and glanced at my phone.
How is it 2:22 in the morning? Also, another angel numbers. Another set.
Oh my god, I need to get home. I jumped from my seat. Von glanced wide-eyed at me and then the clock.
You're leaving?
Well, it's already past 2 and we have work tomorrow. You want me to pull an all-nighter with you talking about whether soulmates are real?
But you can't go home now. It's dangerous.
Are we gonna call a taxi?
You're saying you want me to stay the night.
I don't want you to stay the night, but it's too late for you to walk home alone.
I don't have clothes for tomorrow.
Just wear what you wore today.
the same outfit?
Who cares? No one will even notice. We're all barely human at work anyways.
I mean, they're laundered. You could just wear the same outfit.
Fair point. It is late.
It's fine. You can sleep on the couch.
Wow, no bed for your guest?
Nope. I have just the one, and it's for me. Unless you want to share.
Stop.
Part of me is just like, yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna do it because we're teasing him back, you know?
Yes. All right, let's do it.
What?
The bed. Let's share it. You offered, right?
Yeah, but
Blush, 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 blush.
What? Backing out? I didn't know the thought of sleeping with me made you so nervous.
it doesn't. Fine. Come on.
He turned and stalked towards his room, not even bothering to check if I was following him. When we entered his room, he motioned towards his bed. That gesture suddenly made the idea of sleeping next to him all too real, even though I thought I don't know if that was a new option, but I love it. Okay. Did I really want to do this?
You know what? I'm gonna be a yes person right now.
I slipped into his bed, trying to ignore the intense heat rising to my cheeks.
You can just fall asleep, you're good. But I guess after you guys talked about soulmates. Sorry guys, I had to make you do it.
I guess this side of the bed is mine now.
That's my side?
Not anymore. He huffed, muttering something incomprehensible under his breath before settling into the other side of the bed. I could have given up my spot. Could have. But after everything that had happened today, the umbrella, the shower, the dinner, the soulmate talk, I didn't ever want to encounter Nice Fun again. Nice Fun made me feel weird. He was too similar to the man from my dreams, the old ones of the man I longed to meet. And that made me... I just need to sleep and put this entire day behind me. But as I lay in Bun's bed, sleep eluded me. Oh, I just want today to be over,
Especially after having that nightmare not sleeping. I would just be like, I'm so tired. You know, sometimes our brains and bodies have different ideas and we can't sleep.
I tried to get into a comfortable position to the best of my abilities, but even that was hard, given my current hyper-awareness of Bun's proximity. Why is he so close to me? Is his bed just that small?
I mean, it's at least a queen size, I would think.
Maybe this position.
Ugh, are you gonna be like that all night?
Yes. Like what?
Loud.
It's not my fault your bed is so uncomfortable. Why is it so hot in here?
My bed is fine. I didn't know I was sleeping with royalty tonight.
Royalty?
Why is it so hot in here?
Blush, blush, blush.
Just stay on your side of the bed and go to sleep.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
I don't know.
I didn't bother responding. This could go on all night, and it was late enough as it is. Or as is.
Night. Why did I say that?
This is definitely new content, and I love to see it. Also, the blush, blush, blush.
Night.
Ooh!
She still hasn't finished the appendix edits I told her about. I searched her calendar. I could already hear her yelling at me for it. And her schedule's packed. Again. Why does she take on so much? It had been a couple of days since the weird soulmate incident, and we hadn't seen much of each other since. Soulmate. What was I thinking? I must have been drunk out of my mind to have said that out loud.
Were we just drinking a whole? I mean, no shame at all. I was just like, my idea was like, oh, we have like 1 or 2 cans of beers, we're fine. But I guess we drank more than what I imagined.
I was definitely drunk if I let her sleep in my bed. It had taken forever to fall asleep that night, as if that's what I needed after getting drenched in the rain and staying up late. And why was she so close to me? Has my bed always been that small?
I mean, you have 2 people instead of 1, you know.
Unless you want to share. Why did I say all that? But was it really so strange after what I'd seen when we touched? I think they're coming for me soon.
I think they're coming for me soon. The prison guards were talking about it.
Oh my god. Already? I couldn't agree more, but I had to stay strong. My punishment was coming now, whether we wanted it or not. And I wanted to make this as painless as possible, for her sake. Isn't there something we can do? Some way we can... Marie. Yes?
Remember our promise?
I do.
I'll make it happen. No matter what. I swear it.
Oh my gosh. The thing I wanted is happening. Yay! Although it's better that it's more like a flashback, dream, memory, vision thing rather than the actual, like, living of the life. That would be absolutely terrible. In a good way. I mean, it'd be good, but, like, I'd be devastated.
Then... find me in the next life.
Always.
Oh, me crying. I'm just spectating, guys.
She reached for me, she reached for me through the bars, and I took hold of her hand. I committed it to all of my memory, the feel of her skin, the strength of her grip, the warmth of her touch. I'd never forget any of it.
Oh, interesting. So then it feels like then in their next lives, their like abilities or these certain things that they're able to experience, like fun with the touch thing and like feeling a sense of like deja vu or just like vision of from a past life is probably how this happened, or in theory how it happened, or was like the motivation for such a development of an ability like that. So good. I'd never forget any of it.
They're coming. But don't forget, okay? No matter what.
No matter what. Adrenaline coursed through my body. How was it possible to feel even more nervous? I'd never imagined it would be so difficult to keep it cool in my last moments. I thought I'd accepted this a long time ago. Maybe I had, before I met Marie. Could she feel my hand shaking? Hear the quiver in my voice? She was so close, and yet so far away. What I would do to bring her into my arms. There was no use for those kinds of thoughts. All of that was impossible. And so I prayed to turn the impossible possible. If there's anyone out there, let this be my one request. Let me find her again. My one request. Huh. Is that really a past life we shared? There was no way. Every logical bone in my body rejected the possibility. So then why couldn't I stop thinking about her? Still, to call her my soulmate out loud like that. My face heat up from the memory. Now Marie has me blushing. Unbelievable. And yet, as much as I tried to forget that conversation, I noticed myself being even more distracted by her than usual. More? Even more. That implies, presupposes that you were already distracted by her before this. Great, we love that. Which is not a surprise given these two and their shared history, so. But I love that. Presupposes you're already distracted by her, even by a little bit. And now it's just even more. Has she eaten? She seems stressed. What meetings does she have now? Endless questions and thoughts brought on by a new hyper-awareness of her. To make matters worse, not only could I not get Marie off my mind, I couldn't talk to her the same as before. Which brought me to my current dilemma. When the hell is she going to finish that appendix? It's due in 2 days. Fuck it. Where is she? All these questions were making me fidgety. There was nothing left to do but seek Marie out and ask her myself.
Okay, this is our character. Hold on, I need to drink my tea. I like that we got his perspective from about the vision and then also at work. It's nice. Okay.
It had been a couple of days since our soulmate talk, but since then, Bun and I had interacted very little with each other. The main reason being all of these small projects I had to manage. A mountain of emails here, piles of documents there, endless meetings somewhere else. I had no time to myself. I'm going to lose my mind. What made it even more stressful was the proposal deadline coming up. I still haven't made the progress I needed to on the documents. Things just keep happening. There's always some fire I need to douse. It was like I could feel Vaughn glaring at my back. Marie. Here it comes. I got up and opened my office door before hurrying back to my desk. I already know what you're going to say. I'm going to work on it today. Vaughn hesitated before stepping into my office. He closed the door behind him. The deadline is coming up if you need help. I don't need help. I got it. Relax. Stuff just keeps coming up, so I haven't had the time, but I'll do it. I don't need you breathing down my neck. Well, is there anything else I can do to help out? While you work on the edits, that is. No way in hell am I asking for your help. You're not asking. I'm offering. Oh. I'm crying. Flashback to the last life we saw, not the prison one, the photography one. Me crying, he's offering. Every time I think about this story, I'm always just like, dang. This is such good writing, and I really enjoy it. Also, I like how it's very cohesive. Jackass. It doesn't have to be big, but however long you were going to spend working on other crap, focus on the proposal instead. I'll take care of whatever you would have worked on. Why? So you can hold it over me? No thanks. So I can stop waiting on you and put my final edits in before the deadline. Fine. Whatever. Come here. Fun leaned over me, and the new proximity reminded me again of that addicting scent of pine. I pointed him to the different emails I needed to respond to, and make sure to follow up with them on whether these forms got approved. Geez, normally people hire secretaries for this much work, you know. Now you know why I've been taking a while. He didn't respond, simply pulling up an extra chair and starting. I turned my attention to my own stack of documents. Let's see, one of the changes we needed to implement was in Appendix C. I tapped my pen against the table, mentally reviewing the last edits for our presentation. Then there's Table 5A.
Just emailed about the new meeting time.
His help was meant to give me some breathing room, but all I could think about was how much I needed his help, on how much I was drowning. My vision blurred as hot tears gathered on my lashes. You were stressed, girl. You know, it's a lot. Shit, I don't want to cry in front of him. I stared at the ceiling and tried to discreetly blink away the water, but the subtle movement was enough to catch Van's attention.
You okay?
I couldn't respond. If I did, it would be like breaking a dam.
I get that. Been there, done that.
So I covered my eyes, hoping that was enough to hide myself away. I didn't dare peek at him, the expression on his face as I cried. And he didn't say anything, only my occasional sniffles broke the silence. I half expected him to throw one of those usual sharp, piercing remarks he loved to jab me with. But he didn't. Marie, don't. Whatever it is you're going to say, don't. It's just so much. And everyone acts like they're only giving me one small thing, but it piles up and up. And by the time I realize how much work there is, it's too late. I don't know how to break it down to share, and My voice cracked, and I swallowed the rest of my sentence. I didn't trust myself to continue without completely breaking down. Vun seemed to hesitate before reaching for my hand awkwardly. He held my hand in his, rubbing small circles along my knuckles. It was strangely comforting, and my sniffles started to fade. Sometimes I just wish I could leave it all behind, drop completely off the map and run away.
To where? Some meadow?
Yes, actually. I've always wanted to go.
Really? Crazy guess.
Crazy guess.
Well, if you ever take the leap, take me with you.
You would come?
Beats this place. Maybe then I'd pursue my dream of being an artist.
You want to be an artist?
When I was younger, it was all I could think about. But, you know, parents don't approve. You go to college, you get a soul-sucking job like this.
It's never too late.
Sure. But then who will do all your work for you when you're having a good cry?
Stop. That's so cute.
This is the first time that's happened.
Impressively, it is.
I know, in 2 years, actually. But it's okay. I'm with you, girl. Don't worry.
He laughed, and a few strands of his hair fell into his face. He actually looked cute. Did I really just think that about Bun, of all people? My mind drifted back to our recent conversation. Say, do you still think we're soulmates?
I don't know.
It is hard to believe, and you don't seem like the romantic type.
Is that any way to talk to someone helping you?
I'm just stating facts.
Do you think we are?
You didn't even answer.
You go first. I'm still thinking.
Why? Are you going to steal my answer?
Oh, please. When have I ever done that?
That's true. If there's one thing you can do, it is think for yourself.
Wow, that a compliment?
Don't let it get to your head.
Too late.
I shook my head, trying to hide the smile on my lips. Anyways,
Hell yeah. I'm just playing. I'm playing like, yeah, because we are.
I do believe we're soulmates. But whether we are or aren't, I don't think that matters.
Why?
Because being in love, falling in love, is about the experience. You know, learning about each other, finding new things to fall in love with, supporting someone no matter what, and them doing the same for you. A relationship that's just pure and unselfish. I think soulmates are just a way to confirm that the person you're with will do that. So, I guess even if you are my soulmate, you have to prove it. He laughed again and my heart fluttered. Has his laugh always sounded like that?
I don't know if I believe in soulmates, but if they existed, I think the universe would send signs. Signs like the ones they already sent to us.
I was gonna say, you guys already got signs.
So maybe we're soulmates. Maybe we're not. I don't know, but
I forgot about all his rings and stuff.
I do know that since the day we touched, I can't stop thinking about you.
Confession. I don't know why I'm whispering. Confession. Confession, guys. Oh my goodness.
At first I was just curious, and are you my soulmate? Are you not?
Mm-hmm. Oh, curiosity always gets you.
But it didn't take long for that to change. Soon you were always on my mind. Are you in your office? How are you doing?
I mean, at max it's been like a couple days. That's crazy, but I get it.
Fuck, this is embarrassing.
Wow, you're being, emotionally open and vulnerable. Good. It's good. It's good for you. It can feel embarrassing, I guess, but you define also what you feel embarrassed about. But it's okay. He looks so good.
He wasn't the only one that felt that way. The back of my neck, the tips of my ears felt hot. You've been thinking about me? And not in a bad way.
As much as I want to deny it, yes.
Blush, blush.
Normally I would have retorted with something sharp, but as much as I wanted to deny it, his confession flustered me. In a good way. What happened? Just a couple of days ago, we were at each other's throats. So, then what good things have you been thinking about me?
Shut up. I give you a whole speech and you still want more?
Mm-hmm.
You always greedy with the people you like?
What? I didn't say I liked you.
Sure, I'm laying my heart out, holding your hand, and you haven't moved a muscle. What is that then?
I need a comforting. I need the support, thank you.
Maybe I'm just not mean, like you, to people when they're vulnerable.
Like I'll believe that after working with you for this long.
I'm not mean.
Sure.
He smirked, absentmindedly bringing the top of my hand to rest against his cheek. To think this all happened because of a thunderstorm. Fun, if we were together in a past life. Do you think this is our first time meeting since then?
I wouldn't know. If we have met, I don't remember.
Holding my hand isn't jarring any memories.
What? No, I don't know. That's not how my thing works.
Okay. I had to ask. I don't know. What? Do you want to try? Yeah, let's try.
I leaned closer to him, and the unfamiliar pink hue on his cheeks deepened. What? No scathing remarks? No witty retorts? No snide comments?
Shut up.
Ooh, a classic. By now, my lips were only a breath from his. Each inhale Von took brought us tortuously closer together.
Wait, I can't remember if I'm supposed to wait. Dun, 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 dun. I can't remember because I feel like I remember this. And I can't save. It's okay. I'm just gonna pick. Wait, we're gonna go. We're gonna go for the first one. We're gonna kiss him.
I paused, appreciating this new side of Bun's frustration before hearing him mumble.
Kiss me already.
What was that? Ask nicely.
What? No way.
You might as well.
Shh. You don't want us to get caught, do you? Now, ask nicely. His breath hitched and he parted his lips.
Kiss me, please. No way. There's no way I can.
All right. Enough of the complaining. My mouth brushed against his. He stiffened for a moment before hungrily enveloping me in a kiss of his own. We parted for a second, each of us using the opportunity to catch our breath, and he murmured,
Holy shit. You suck at kissing.
Thanks.
What? Then don't kiss me. He cut my words off with his lips on mine and placed his hand at the base of my neck, pulling me even closer to him. For someone who says I suck, he sure can't seem to stop kissing me. I pulled away from him, ready to retort.
Don't.
He easily shut me up with another kiss before leaning back.
You're going to say something annoying, right? You always make that face before you do.
Lol. Wow. I mean, I guess you interact with for 2 years on projects, you know things.
He flashed me the same smirk he always wore when he wanted to make my life harder. But this time, I didn't find myself as annoyed by it. Bun stared at me for a moment longer before returning his attention to my computer.
Well, hate to cut the party short, but if you don't finish your changes by the end of the day, it's my ass on the line too.
He's like, no more kissing.
So, chop chop.
Fine.
Don't sound so disappointed. If you do well, I'll reward you later.
Dang, okay.
He leaned towards me, planting a quick peck on my cheek before pulling away. The shit-eating grin was back, and I pushed him. Shut up. Do you normally reward your coworkers like that?
Have to say, this is a first.
I tried to ignore the rising heat on my cheeks and return to my work. And as I promised, by the end of the day, I had finished making all the changes. But admittedly, I had been distracted by Vun the entire time, something I never thought would have been possible before today. Soulmates, huh? An invisible red thread connects those who are destined to meet, regardless of time, place, or circumstance. The thread may stretch or tangle, but will never break. Chinese proverb. Would you ever want to get married? Yes.
Oh my gosh, is there... Oh yeah? Big or small wedding?
Where would you want to have it? Why am I so curious? No reason.
Okay, I can see what might be happening next time. I'm too excited. Will you follow the string into the next life? Absolutely, always. But not today because, that was a whole part that was so cute. I like all that extra stuff. I think the content was a bit more like when we were at Vun's place, and like sleeping in the same bed and stuff. Oh, still so good. I love it. I also, when they were like kissing in like the office space, I'm just like, dang, like I'm sure a lot of their coworkers and stuff are just like, they probably picked up. It's like, I don't know, like Vun and Marie, like they get along, even though they don't seem to get along. They might start dating, etc. Whatever. I want to know who's made bets, and who was right or not. Because I will say, if I was in that workplace, I'd just be like, I mean, not really making bets, but I'd just be like, ooh, like I could see those two getting together. But then it's been 2 years. I would be like, maybe they could be friends, but nothing more, because they kind of get at each other's throats. But I then would be shocked if I was like one of these people in their workspace and just be like, they show up and they're a bit more like, their behavior slightly changed towards one another to be a bit more affectionate. And even though it's subtle, I still think people would know. But anyways, That was so fun. I also like the new content about like seeing the vision of like the prison dream moment, the past life, and also seeing a bit more of like Vun's POV before we get to the office and like confession and kissing part. Like that was really cool too. So really fun. I'm so happy to be back with Intertwine. It's been such a long time. But I love it. And I'm very excited also for the next part. So I'll leave us here and leave us anticipating a bit more. If you like the video, please don't forget to press the like button and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of Intertwine, Another Life. On my channel, and any other playthroughs I do of indie visual novels. I really love playing a lot, so again, if you have recommendations, I'll take them. I again will work. I'm working on working through a list, but also I'm very much a mood player, mood reader, mood visual novel consumer. So I just play what my heart feels like playing. But I always appreciate recommendations because it's always good to have more games to play. Anyways, thank you again for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!